Hey everybody, welcome back to World of Warships Legends. Today we are queued up in the Tier 7 American battleship, the Iowa. Playing with our pal Duramax. Basically the only person I play this game with. I'm not playing it with him, I play it by myself. Here we have a pretty solid replay here. I'm making a very, very risky move here. My strategy here in this match was to develop a crossfire, have him go spot some ships. I was going to sail in between these islands here. And just absolutely decimate. But we all know the rudder shift. If you're not running a rudder shift build, is treacherous on the Iowa. So turning out at any chance is a citadel waiting to happen.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
We spot the Colorado gets spotted. We'll go ahead and open up the salvo on him. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I just got horrible dispersion there. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't know if that was just trash aim or... Okay, it's okay. He shattered everything back anyway, so fair point. Here I wasn't paying attention, so I just about smoked the island right here because I was being an idiot trying to dev strike the Colorado, which isn't going to happen in a salvo, let's be real. But as I was saying, I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of quit playing the Colorado, not because I think it's a bad ship, but I'm like, every time I play it, I get German dispersion on it, and I have, you know, I'm running Sims with the exact same build that I'm running on the Iowa, and I just can't hit anything. Needs an accuracy buff. There are games where like I just decimate an entire lobby, but of course he goes dark right as I'm about to open up on him. Akatsuki's coming around here, and this is when I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna get YOLO torped 30 seconds into the match. Not even really 30 seconds, more like 2 minutes into the match. But these are where going into small areas like this can be the death of you, because there's really not a whole lot of space you could run, as we get a nasty salvo out there on the Colorado. He thought kiting away was going to work. We took a nice superstructure chunk off of him. Akatsuki here, I'm going to sit here and support my destroyer. You know, see a destroyer, shoot a destroyer. That's how we roll here. He's low enough health. I'm not going to waste a spotter plane on him. I believe that we're going to end up getting this here. Sorry, Duramax. Didn't mean to steal your kill there. I didn't know how soon his torps were coming back, and I'm not taking that risk when those do 20,000 per torpedo. I'm good. So we'll finish him off. I need to start including our comms, as I realize quickly I'm going to get overrun here. I'm protected by the island for most of the fire here, but I'm starting to take shots from someone. I know the Massachusetts is over there, but there's also another cruiser over there, and he's not getting lit up. So we get another nasty hit on the Colorado. He thinks that running away is gonna save him, and it's just not the case. Here we have a Balti that's starting to push in, and this is where I have to be really careful. Balti and Suzuya, so we have a fire starter over here. I mean, really any cruiser can be a fire starter. Balti is starting to turn back in. We're going to hopefully catch him with the Citadel and sink him. I definitely don't need him bow tanking me the rest of the match.
The ship is on fire.
You get a couple pens and a couple over pens. It's whatever. Something I'd really like to see Wargaming add is a lot more events aside from the campaign. As we get double fired there, how could have predicted that from a mile away. I'd like to see them add more events to the game, or more game modes specifically. We all have arena, we have ranked, we have our, you know, AI matches. Obviously, we know training rooms are coming. I'd really like to see a game mode where
Problem solved.
we truly see Allied versus Axis instead of just red team versus blue team, where it's true Allied powers versus true Axis powers. Now, I don't know if there needs to be some balancing or something done to make that possible, but for me, I think that would be really cool to see a true Allies versus Axis game mode. I'm sure I'm not the first one to mention something like this, but I think that would be cool. Or even adding other events, kind of how like we had the Halloween event. What if you had an event where we had to sink the Bismarck and, you know, you play as the ships that actually sunk the Bismarck or sunk the Scharnhorst. You know, that would be cool if we had more things to interact with some rewards. And then of course, you know, you have your 3 difficulties, your easy, normal, and hard, and I'd like to see rewards other than crates. You know, maybe it'd be cool to see maybe like a tier 5 ship or something, I don't know. Or even if it was just a bunch of doubloons. I don't know, but I'd love to see some more things like that, because for me, I always complete my campaign missions relatively fast. Same thing with my daily challenges. I complete those like 2 or 3 matches in for the day. My weekly challenges, I'm usually done in a day. We need to have, there needs to be more things to do other than just sail around, because once you complete those challenges, it's not that there's nothing to do, it's just you have like nothing to really work for at that point. I mean, the battle pass is technically infinite, but I'd like to see some more like daily challenges and stuff, or maybe you add a bunch of just individual ship challenges that you can complete daily. I'd love to see stuff like that. Just more things to keep players playing. Duramax catches the Massachusetts with some torps, which is actually awesome. And this is a horrible strategy here. Like, if there was another battleship that had a crossfire on me, I'd be going back to port. I'm completely broadside to anything off my port side or my starboard side. But we have a Massachusetts here. I'm trying to stay out of range of his secondaries, because we all know how Massachusetts secondaries will chew you up. We're seeing Duramax is lucky that he's not spotted right now, because he'd probably be getting smoked by those. Duramax does sink above the flood, which is awesome. We have a Kagero left. But yeah, those are just some things that I'd like to see. Maybe some more events, just things to keep us playing. Because I won't lie, I'll get on for the day, I'll complete my dailies. If I haven't completed my weeklies, I'll complete the weeklies. If I haven't completed my campaign challenges, I'll complete those. And then usually I just do my bureau things, you know, win in a certain tier or win on a certain ship, and then I'm like, well, what do I do now? Of course, I get double fired by the Suzuya.
The ship is on
Typically
fire.
what happens. He's going to sit here and play the cruiser shuffle all game, and I'm just absolutely missed that. So I'm just going to try and disengage here. I only have 1 heal left. I'm about to lose my damage con. Fortunately, I dropped spot going over the island. I'm going to try and turn in here so those overshoot me. He does get a couple of pens there, which is okay, you know. Will to rebuild is active with Duramax being right on top of us. Balti is sitting here bow tanking. Basically what the Balti's supposed to do. Colorado sinks our Colorado. And it's now at this point where the team starts to fall apart. We basically, myself and Duramax have to step it up here. Balti, I trust the auto aim here. I believe he's close enough. Not trying to steal kills here, but the other teammates that are shooting at him just weren't doing it. So we end up finishing off the Balti. We're up to 85k damage. Duramax is going to find himself in a sticky situation here. He gets a little too close to this Belfast here and is just getting absolutely ruined. Fortunately for me, I have saved my spotter planes for moments just like this. Support your destroyers. There's nothing more irritating when you're playing as a DD and your team is just neglecting to help you. You'll be sitting there spamming your comms and everyone's just like la di la di, you know, dancing around. Our Shores is out there fighting the other destroyer. I believe it's the Kagero left. And here, I believe the Belfast has a radar. Pop my spotter plane for that dispersion, and that is railguns. We double Citadel, get our high cal, dev strike the Belfast, and basically save Duramax's life. Look at his health. He was getting melted there. We're able to sail into the base and start getting some XP here. Colorado, you're not getting away with this, sunshine. You're not sailing broadside to an Iowa at 14 kilometers. This is death, certain death. We don't get the railguns exactly right there, but this is going to be another nasty salvo. He does have more health than me. He does turn out, unfortunately, but I still do get a couple of good pens in the superstructure, which I'm surprised. I figured we had saturated his superstructure enough earlier. But he's not going to get away with this. See, Suzuya gets spotted again. Of course, he sets another fire on me. I realize that I don't have any more repair parties. We get another disgusting superstructure salvo on the Colorado. I go ahead and damage kind of single fire, which is typically a no-no, but I don't have any more heals. And Will to Rebuild will keep me alive long enough, but I also have to be cognizant that this Colorado can blat me. So I'm trying to conserve as much HP as I can. I know that Kagero is quite a ways away from me, so I'm not really worried about torpedoes. Colorado's basically completely broadside, and you're not going to get away with that. It was only a matter of time before he was going to get absolutely slapped. All his shells ricocheted and bounced, which is perfect. And Duramax wisely throws up a smoke here so we don't get reset here on the cap, which is honestly clutch, because like I said, I don't have any more repair parties. Will to Rebuild, it'll keep me alive through one fire. It's not going to keep me alive through three. So, wisely pops that smoke screen to conceal his battleship. We almost had a crack in this game, boys, in the Iowa. We were close. If I finished off that Massachusetts, I would have had a Kraken. But that wasn't my kill to begin with. Duramax basically milked him down. We sat there, we got the cap, I got the fireproof. Pretty solid match here out of the Iowa. Just showcasing that supporting your destroyers, your cognitive abilities of where your enemies are at, saving your consumables for when they're most needed. We got 2,500 base XP, 147k damage, fireproof, high cal, dev strike. You can see there I completed my bureau challenge for the day, and that's going to be it for the Iowa. I will catch you guys with a Des Moines video shortly. That's going to be it.